Welcome to the Black Sister Show. Can I just say that if any of you writer and try to steal Harry Potter, we'll kick your ass.
If you don't know what we're talking about, London riots. So you've been asking and asking so much for our Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2 movie review, but we've been so ridiculously busy. We've been in Orlando for Leakycon.
Yeah.
And then graduation and been working, and we've all been really insane, but we're doing it now, so stop complaining.
Yeah, shh.
Okay, so we've slightly, we saw it in Orlando in advance actually, we saw it the day before, and we got like Harry Potter round glasses and everything, and it was just, yeah, it was really good, wasn't it? And we saw it in IMAX, so it was all 3D.
It's like a few thousand of us all dressed up.
Yeah, we rented out the whole
crazy.
cinema in City Walk by Universal Studios, so that's pretty crazy.
I cried, obviously. I think probably more to do with the fact that everyone was crying and it reminds me of the books. But overall, I wasn't that impressed. I thought it was a little bit cheesy, a little bit too Hollywood. I didn't think it was anything. I thought it was like word for word with the book, but tone-wise it wasn't anything like the book, and I think they could have done a lot better than what they did.
I thought it was the best one myself. Honestly, it was so ridiculously close to the book. Like, the fact that J.K. Rowling was a producer in it really made a difference, and I think I was like, because I just reread the book, I was like reading word for word, and I was like, this is really impressive, they've done it so accurately. And like some of the changes, like Lily was saying, like the sort of Hollywood things, I actually quite like them. Like the way Voldemort sort of disintegrated, I kind of liked that more than the book, which, you know, I know it's J.K. Rowling and everything, but I kind of felt like I needed it, because it was sort of like you could see him dying. And to me, I don't know, it was over dramatic at times, but I quite liked it in that sense, because it kind of summarised it better. Like that's the way I sort of imagined it, sort of more dramatic than the book sort of wrote it, I guess.
I think the imagery in the book with the body just laying there is so huge. It's like such an amazing moment.
Well,
and
I think
they
the
killed
body,
it in some kind of massive Hollywood epic battle, which it
I think the
need.
body should have been there still, because it's like, you know, it's Voldemort's body, it should be something there. But I quite like the idea of him disintegrating, and I thought he should have disintegrated to a bit. Like, so the fact that, you know, he sort of went down to sort of shriveled wreck kind of thing, that would have been quite cool. I didn't like Bellatrix exploding. I thought that was a bit strange.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what? It's bad enough that she gets murdered and called a bitch, but she didn't have to get blown up.
I thought, though, the ending was awful, I've got to be honest.
Oh,
I
cried, but not from sadness or happiness. I was like
cringing. Because like in the book, when I read it, I was like, oh, it's so happy, and like I really liked it because I needed it after all those deaths. But seeing it was just horrendous, because it was just awful. Like Harry was like a few inches taller than his child, and like Emma Watson looked like she was in a Burberry advert, and it just was awful. Oh no.
Have any of you ever been to Universal theme park with the Harry Potter bit, where all day you think it would be quite fun, but actually all day when all you can hear is da 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 da, you end up going crazy. So when they played that at the end of the film, instead of being like, this is beautiful, I just like, why?
When you see Hermione and Ron go into Chamber of Secrets, I actually liked that additional scene, because you don't see it in the book, well, read it in the book. It kind of makes it more real.
I quite liked it, but I wish instead of putting things in, they kept things like when Fred died. Like, they should have elaborated on that, I think.
Yeah, that wasn't particularly...
I know this was such a cheesy moment, but it's such a cheesy film, I feel like I can say it. But when Snape was holding Lily in his arms,
oh my god,
I was like, oh no! Like, that was so sad. I know some people just like it was overkill, which it was, but I was so like distraught. I didn't care. I was like, I'm there with you, Snape, it's okay.
Well,
oh my god, who are those people who are just like,
it was bad. But like, in a sense, like part of me was like half laughing and half of me was crying. And then he just starts rocking Lily, and I was like, okay, This is just
my
ridiculous.
God.
Like, I loved it till that point. Just, if it had ended just before that, I would have been like, oh my god, this is the saddest thing in history. But it
Expression,
was just too far.
the expression on his face when he sees the body. If they'd have ended it there,
That would have been brilliant.
oh,
Just
I
end
was
it.
like, that was such a heartbreaking expression. I was like, Alan Rickman, I love you.
Alan Rickman was phenomenal. Though, I thought when the snake was biting him, it bit him like 10 times more than it does in the book. And I was like, oh my god. Like, kids watch this. I mean, I personally loved it because it was just brilliant and it was so dramatic. But it was kind of gross.
And for fans who absolutely love Snape, we don't want to see him die like that.
I don't want to see him die like that.